I'm in the booth straight dropping dimes. Clark Kent daily planet the metropolis times. I write these raps while I'm under the gun. I see you back to get you some. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Pure, raw, uncut, rap. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because back to the rhymes. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it's back to the rhymes. I swear that clock went back on me. I went from like 14 or 19 seconds back to 9, maybe. Oh, I'm in Las Vegas. So is my wife with me. It's nice. Having a good time. And it's late at night. What do you know? But, it's all about making things happen. So sometimes that, leads, you know, it's not a cookie cutter. I can't just do things at a certain time. I do things as it makes sense to do. So here I am. Let's me go over the list here. All right. So since I'm on the road, I just went ahead and rewrote it. Number one, Trump's gonna thump. I should actually let me see if I can show you this. Since I'm in Vegas, it's kind of cool. But I don't know how it even look. Trump's gonna thump. I think 432 views, but the very last picture I took on my phone was this. Let's see if I can make it any bigger. It's kind of hard to see. But there it is. Trump Hotel, Las Vegas. If I had time, I would go in there. I was meeting with the fellow just now. He said you should go in there. I'd like to go in there, but I'm also going to meet you in the morning, which is this morning, and that's going to take up some time. So it's just not going to happen this go round. But I did take a picture. Keep getting lost in Las Vegas. I mean, what is going on? I think it's just one way or the other. And I'm looking at all these casinos. I'm like, I don't recognize that. I don't recognize that. I've heard of all of them, but I'm just not recognizing them as I'm driving down the road. I just got around in circles a couple times, but I think I'm getting the hang of it. I'm usually not that messed up when it comes to driving, but I felt pretty frustrated. Like, man, it's a cool place though. Where I was talking to my wife about it, it's like, is it all that? No, it's not all. It's real small, but no, it's cool. Same with Southern California. The difference between Seattle for me and Southern California, Las Vegas, Spokane, Tacoma, anywhere is you got space. I like space. I admit it. When I go into a place, a Starbucks typically, or in a bus, I don't ride a bus nowadays, but I want to go where nobody is. That's just how it is. I want to go. I just want some space. I like it. I don't feel like that in Seattle, but I'm from there, and it's all good. It's not like, oh, I don't want to be in Seattle because I don't feel like I have any space. But when I'm not there and I'm virtually anywhere else, I feel like I have space. So that's interesting. So Trump's going to thump, no progress. That's all right. Told my friend Vern, who I was just meeting, about the music video, and so where would our discussion come in? That would be a separate project, what we discussed. But since it came up, I gave my business card. I won't show it now. You've seen it. He asked if I had a business card. I do have a business card, but it says I'm a rapper, not a regular old business guy. Oh, so you can make rap because he does dollies. He makes dollies, and he wants to have a rap song. And he's talking about flying up to Seattle from Las Vegas so we can shoot a music video. Now that's cool to me. He's a good guy though. He's ready to network, do business. I met him right outside my apartment on Lake City in Seattle. Guess God put us together. The way it works is he likes to connect with people. I like to connect with people, and we're connecting with each other. And then let's just see what happens. It's all good. But and he just turned 70 today. It's all exciting. This guy got a lot of energy. He's Gonna live a good long number of years, I would say. All right, number two, my Reformation music video. I got with Noah, so I had this week off. I got with Noah. Gosh, it seemed like so long ago. I mean, it was probably Monday or so, Monday night, something. Anyway, we're so close to. I'm so close to being done with that. But I watched it back, and yes, there are portions of that video that are done twice or three times. There's clips. I just need to take the time and slap in some different clips that are to my liking. I don't know if I'm gonna go through everything, but I can't put it out as is. Having it as a deadline is maybe veterans. No, that's too much pressure. I've got, I look at it, it's kind of like a team in a way, but I would say Theon, of course, is a strategist, and she's the one who wants to have the CD release party. I'm on jump ahead, but it's got to have the music video to have the CD release party. Got the music video pretty much done. I've got Alex, who's got a lot. He made a comment, and I could just mention it now about how starting a label, and then having me as the first artist on the label. And I thought, well, that's cool. Why not? But what do you know? In Las Vegas, I'm with my wife on the elevator, meet a cool guy, and I was like, yeah, okay. But then I saw him sitting there. The way my life is, when number 3 Bellevue Ballers is connect with people that you feel led to connect with. So I jumped out of my car and I went back and talked to him and said, hey, because he said he's from Oregon. I said, where in Oregon? What is it you do? And he produces music. Oh, my. Because my wife said, he seems like a real nice guy. And, nice guy, and you're approachable, nice guy, and you do music like that? That's cool. My challenge is I can't afford it. Everything he says makes sense. I mean, he's saying he wants to work with an independent artist because if he could have signed with a label, he said, and the difference being, if you're with the label, you work. You got to produce on their schedule, but you're covered, you're covered. You don't have to go out and do all the other stuff. They do all the other stuff, but you don't make all the money. They make 80%, you make 20%. So that's the difference. Now, I wasn't thinking like that when Alex mentioned to me about being on a label. But for me, and how I'm living, realistically, I wouldn't mind. It would depend. I wouldn't want to be writing songs all the time, though, because that was the conversations. Like, that's all they do is write songs. But you kind of make it sound like it's their life's work. It's what they want to do, and that very well could be. I guess on the other side of it, it's they're on a label or they have made some kind of commitments and they need to keep pumping out content, and that doesn't sound like fun. Now, I've lived an interesting life thus far, more interesting than if I had just gotten the music business at 15 or 20, and that's all I'd ever done, it wouldn't be as interesting as what I've had. I think it'd be interesting, but it'd be interesting for different reasons. But I got a lot of material, and I've always felt that if I were to only do music from, say, a teenager or something, that would decrease the amount of material I could bring forward. But I got to say, if you didn't hear that Justin Bieber song, what's that? So I'm so lonely. He's got, well, if you had it, that's a good song. If you had it all, but you felt so lonely, that's good. That's from a guy who's been in the business his whole working life. Anyway, so that's interesting. That was an interesting conversation. All these things are very valuable. I make mental notes, of course. But Alex made that comment. So Theon, Alex, and then we got Joseph, and I think that was this week. I could show you this, I think, if I can find it. I don't have my dictionary with me here. I'm probably, if I had to look something up, I guess I'd use my phone. I shouldn't be allowed to do it, but I'm on the road. I'm going to make an exception. So here's what Joseph has so far. And he's working on stuff. My mom wasn't fond of the picture. My wife said it. She thought it was cool. But there's Mike Dynamic right there. Was I allowed to show that to Joseph? Is that jumping the gun? Sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but oh well. He can get mad at me, I think. Because for him, even he's talking Instagram. It all comes out of Instagram. And he's not even ready to launch his page yet because he doesn't have it right yet. I got to be kind of paying attention to that one. That's his thing. It's not really my thing. But if it was my thing, we don't want to wait forever. That's what I'd say. But since it's his thing, do what you need to do. Again, I'm not paying money, but just as a general rule, if I'm trying to get a project done, and we should have some kind of plan to, not make the bar so high that it never gets done. So Bellevue Ballers, I'm in Vegas with my wife. We're learning how to be Bellevue Ballers. Yes, we are. It's a very good time here. I did talk to part of a group named Next Level. I bought their CD. They're here. I could have showed you, but I don't have their. They'd probably be okay with it because I met the main guy, but Garth. But I don't want to quite do that. I didn't ask him. But they live in Nashville. They make music. Good conversation. So anyway, it's a good time here. You will be glorified. No progress there. Merch. No, didn't make a phone call to the company this week. Rules of engagement, nothing to add. Songs for Back to the Rhymes. No. With Joseph, we're going to make a song. Alex said, that's my former coworker, Alex. He wants more. He thinks I need to have everything for believers, be more Christian, all in Christian. And I'm not against that idea. But he wanted me to redo Trump's Gonna Thump and Back to the Rhymes. That's hard. I'll admit it. But again, it's all about what someone's willing to do. If you're saying, I'll put it like this. If he said, Jeff, all I want you to do is rewrite Trump's Gonna Thump and Back to the Rhymes and make it about Christ, and I'll do everything else. I'd say, yeah, fine, I'll do that. But if I got to do a bunch of other things, see, my heart's not in it. I mean, my heart, and even though I'm obviously wanting to do things for the Lord, but I want it to be, I don't like remakes. I'm not about remakes. I like original, and that wouldn't be original. So it is what it is. I'd have to, like I said, we can talk about that one. I got so many songs of faith that I could make and have made. I don't have to rewrite songs. But here's the thing he said. He said he thought those are my two best songs he's ever heard me make for marketability. Okay. And I have plenty more, plenty more. But that's fair. Okay. I will leave it at that. So for the YouTube channel, again, Joseph's going to be a big part of that because we're going to go Instagram to promote this. I'm still working on, this would fall on our YouTube channel, the Goads Music, and I'm still talking and I can't find a direct connection to them, and I'm not going to find a more direct connection than I could have found over here in Vegas, I'd say. So that's going to be, it's going to be hard anyway. But I still will be very excited to do that. I am promoting Battle Hymn of the Parents every day. It's up to 35 views. I would say I've promoted it probably 25 to 30 times. So I haven't gone on there to see if it got a thumbs up or comment or anything. I don't think any of that's happened, but it wasn't done. It wasn't finished, but it needed to be done, So, School Us album sales. Yeah, it's down right now because I'm not promoting. Oh, I do need. His name's Terry. I need to send him that. Gosh, I don't want to send it this late at night. But I told him I'd send him some music. Dang it. It's all. I've been busy. Uh, I'm happy to be busy, but I gotta get on that. So, matter of fact, I'm gonna write that on my hand because I better not. I can't forget tomorrow to do that. Okay. All right. So I think I'll get ahead and get back to the rhymes now. What needs to happen here is I'm gonna do what I have so far. This song. What's it called? Enough to get me over, something like that. Enough to keep me going. Yeah, it's not enough to get me over, so I can't be called enough to get me over because it's not enough to get me over. I got 12 more lines on the third verse. I want to pay close attention to the time. And let's get that rolling, and then I will see if 3 verses should be enough. Like I said, my minimum time would be 2 minutes for a song right here. All right, so ain't enough to get me over. It's enough to keep me going, rolling hills up the head, up down is how it's going, how I'm growing. In these times, I keep in mind the gifts and talents I've been given. Though not clear, I use my ear to help make moves and make a living. Though not enough to get me over, still enough to keep me going. The love I feel is for real, that's for sure. And that I'm knowing it's worth my time, and these dimes ain't for nothing, and it's showing an appreciation for the love, and I commit to keep it rolling. It's enough. Oh, oh, it's enough. That's right. Oh man, ain't enough to get me over. It's enough to keep me going, working through the ebbs and flows that this life keeps on throwing. Staying here in this year 21, gonna get me some more traction, no relaxing, grow the whole and get it done. Though not enough to get me over, still enough to keep me going. The looks of things, all kinds of things, springs from nothing into something. Spring waters rise, got my eyes fixated on the big, big time. Go to go. This I know. The goals to grow and grow and grow. For sure, it's enough. Oh, oh, it's enough. That's right. Okay. Ain't enough to get me over. It's enough to keep me going. Come on. Just sowing and seeding, keep on feeding the fire in the season, in season, out of season. Let's see. Yeah, it's close. It's going to be really tight. And I can make that 2 minutes, of course. Stretch it out. I think I will. I don't want to go more than these 3 verses. All right. So I'm going to have to tighten that down first of all. So here we go again with verse 2 where it's not lining up. Like I said, it's not the easiest thing. So let me try that second half of the verse. They're not enough to keep me over, still enough to keep me going. The looks of things, all kind of things, springs from nothing into something, spring water. That's hard. And I don't know if I even really recited it. Though not enough to get me over, still enough to keep me going. Looks of things, all kind of things, springs from waters, springs from something into nothing. Spring waters rise. Got my eyes fixed on the big, big time to go. This I know. The goal is to grow and grow and grow. Just gonna try that again. But not enough to get me over, still enough to keep me going. The looks of things, all kind of things, springs from nothing into something. Spring waters rise. Got my eyes fixed on the big, big time to go. This I know. The goals to grow and grow and grow. All right. So that's how that will go. All right. Ain't enough to get me over. It's enough to keep me going. Sowing and seeding, keep on feeding. Sowing, seeding, sowing and seeding, keep on feeding the fire in the season and out of season. That's kind of wordy. Ain't enough to get me over. It's enough to keep me going. Sowing and seeding, keep me sowing and the seed. sowing and the seeding keep. Oh, there we go. The sowing and seeding, sowing and the seeding. The sowing and the seeding. No, you can't do that. You gotta say, sowing and seeding, keep it. Sowing and seeding, keep on feeding. Fire in and out of season. Ain't enough to get me over. It's enough to keep me going. Sowing and seeding, keep it. Sowing and seeding, keep on feeding. The fire in and out of season. The sowing ain't enough to get me over. It's enough to keep me going. Sowing and seeding. Sowing and seeding, keep on feeding the fire in and out of season. Okay. Whew. Okay, almost done. It'd be ideal to not do these in the middle of the night. I'll tell you that. All right. The sowing, enough to keep me going. The sowing, seeding it. Keep on feeding the fire in season. Keep on feeding the fire in season out of season. And the reason it's so pleasing. To the this is to the ear, it's so clear. Got your head bobbing and believing. Got your head bobbing and believing that there's more. Got your got your head bobbing and believing there's more with this. There's more where this came from. And it's enough. It's not. It's not enough to get me over. yet enough to keep me going. The simple fact that I act like that cat. And we'll figure this out. The simple fact that I act like that cat. Who's getting fat? Off a catalog of hits and near misses. You won't wish me well. That's vicious. I don't wish for you to sleep with the fishes. I don't wish for you to sleep with the fishes. I go to bed now and dream about my riches. I would just end it like that. I would just end it like that. I'll go to bed now and dream about my riches. So I'm gonna recite this, and I think that's a strong, kind of cool, strong ending. I'd say that worked out amazing. I'm always thankful, and I would be done with this song. I would recite it, and I will be in Seattle next week. and I'll have a fresh sheet of paper. I'll be somewhere in my place I normally do this.